Hey guys, wanted to make a quick video here about the leveling build that I used, and actually probably the best way to get up to par and do pits and things of that nature. With this build, what you'll be able to do is do tormented bosses, not the uber tormented. You'll be able to do the pits and the hordes solo or in a group. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to show you guys here what I have put together as far as leveling build. So this is what I used. We're going to go ahead and start with the skills. I'm going to show you the gear here in a minute. I actually have to show the gear through a different method, because the gear that I have on, I should have done this when I actually played the game. The gear I have on, I'm actually going through all these right here to try out different items. And as you can see, I'm just flagging the ones that I think might be good. And I'm still going through there. I still need to go through jewelry and whatnot. We're going to be doing that on the live stream. So catch the live stream whenever you can. We're still leveling up. As you can see, we're 85. So I'm actually using the same skills right now. First off, we're using the two-handed axe expertise. So that way we get the vulnerable and the critical strike chance up against the vulnerable enemies. The abilities that we're actually using, this is where we need to see what's going on here. We have lunging strike. We got the second one because you have to pick two up here to go down. So I picked lunging strike specifically because you could lunge forward. It's pretty cool. You gain fury when you do it, and you could heal a little bit, but it's not really worth it. It's something you want to use. So when you're not bossing, this is the key thing. When you're not bossing, go ahead and put it here in case you don't have enough fury. If you need to gain fury, put it here. If you're having no troubles with the fury, just go ahead and leave it with the wrath of the berserker, which we're going to have at the bottom. The skills you're going to use on Whirlwind is going to be the bludgeoning weapon, and then of course here on dual wield on the lunging strike. So Whirlwind, we're going to go ahead and pick Whirlwind. We're going to go to enhanced and also furious Whirlwind, so that way it inflicts 40% of its base damage as bleeding over 5 seconds. So we're going to be pretty close to them. The way that I have this build up set up is you still spam. We're still going to be spamming Whirlwind versus holding down Whirlwind. If you hold down Whirlwind, you're not going to get your damage. You want to spam specifically so that way you can have these twisters come out. There should be a crap load of twisters that actually come out. Right now I actually don't have my aspects, so you're not going to see like this accelerating war crest, stuff like that. I need to put, you know, the Dust Devil stuff on this, so don't worry about that. You're going to see a bunch of whirlwinds if you guys see the live stream, and every time you yell you'll have whirlwinds too. So keep that in mind, that you're not going to hold whirlwind like this. You're actually going to click 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 spam it instead. So you want to do that like this, and then it will create those twisters. So that's a big thing that I did need to show you guys. The next, we went ahead and put 2 points into pressure point. This is just going to go ahead and help get the mobs vulnerable for you. We want them vulnerable because we're going to be doing more damage to them. It's just simple as that. We need that vulnerable so that way we could actually get the synergies going with everything that we actually picked. This is going to be a little bit different build than what most people are going for. We're going to show you why. Maximum health, go ahead with that. Go ahead and get your maximum life up. We're going to need that. Damage reduction against elites, always a good thing, which is martial vigor, 3 in there, 3 in imposing presence. Rallying cry, we're going to go to strategic rallying cry, which is going to give us fortify. We don't ever worry about getting rallying cry with the tactical. Don't worry about that one. Just go with strategic rallying cry. We're going with iron skin, and we're going to take that over to iron skin. Also grants 20% maximum life as fortify. Double the amount if it's cast while below 50% life. The healing was pretty good, but with Iron Skin going off on cooldown a lot. Actually, the cooldown right there is wrong. I had this cooldown down to about 7 to 8 seconds, and it lasts for 5 seconds. So this is something that we're basing Iron Skin off of. You'll see with the aspects here momentarily. So go ahead and go Strategic Iron Skin. Also get 1 point into Outbursts, so that way you have a little bit of Thorns. 88 Thorns for each maximum life that you have for each 442 bonus. So there's your maximum life that I was talking about. Your Thorns are going to be increased. Go ahead and put 3 over here. Thorns are going to be increased. So we got Thorns going, right? When your enemies hit you, they take an additional 15% of your Thorns as bleeding damage over 5 seconds. So they're going to bleed. They're going to get Thorns. So if you get hit, guess what? They're going to pretty much die with what we got going here. Challenging Shout. We're going to take that over to Strategic Challenging Shout. And and we're going to also gain another Thorns equal to 30% of your maximum life on that one as well. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Hold on, just a quick momento. Oh, I just got it. I just got a thing. Got to switch. Oh man, I'm sorry about this. Almost done. Goes and all right. Had something that just came. Okay. All right. Now with this, we're going to go down to Warcry and go over to Power Warcry. So that way, if there's 6 enemies nearby, you're going to do just more damage. And most of the time, we are going to have 6 enemies nearby. Also, go ahead and put 3 in Booming Voice, 3 in Raid Leader. So that way you could heal you and yourself, or you and your allies. And also, the durations will be increased. 3 into Mobility, movement speed. These could be moved if you like to. No really need to move them. We still want to move fast. We still want to move fast. I mean, that's the thing with Barbs. You can just put these are, you can put them anywhere you want to, but I like it with the speed movement. Damage reduction while berserking. So like I said, if you feel that you're squishy, go ahead and put some damage reduction here while you're berserking if you feel you need that. Stuff like that. Prolific Fury while berserking. Fury generation increased, of course. Put 2 or 3 into that. I have 3 into Pit Fighter, and I have 2 into Slaying Strike. So that way, when they get low, you can kill them faster. And then, of course, we're going to be close up to them because we want our little Dust Devils to hit them. Like bosses and stuff, we want the increased damage to close enemies. And of course, you gain distance reduction from things that are afar. Put 1 into Thick Skin. So that way we could go ahead and get Fortify over 50% of our maximum life and also deal increased damage on counter offensive. 3 into counter offensive. 1 into that Thick Skin. We're also going to take Heavy Handed. 3 into that. Heavy Handed is just increased critical strike damage. It's nice, nasty. Wrath of the Berserker. Let's go ahead and put that back on, by the way. For the extra, you actually run faster too when you do this one. You also do more damage when you hit it when you're up doing a boss. Wait, did I not pick? Uh-oh. Wait, what's going on here? Wait, I think I might have messed this up, guys. Oh, no. My bad. Okay. Since we had this up, it actually cleared out. I was like, oh my God. Okay, never mind. We did go to Prime and Supreme rather than the Berserker. Unconstrained, increase the berserking maximum duration by 5 seconds and increase its damage bonus to 60%. Right there. That's huge. You could only have 1 key passive. So that is our skill tree for leveling up. We're still using it as of right now. I'm going to be using it until level 50. Oh, don't mind the Paragon tree. This is leveling to 50. The Paragon tree will come later, guys. I'll show you the whole Paragon stuff that I'll have. once we work on the build. But this is mainly for leveling. Now, we're going to switch over to the part that's going to look a little funny. I did this on d4builds.gg. As you can see on the screen, we have the aspects now, and this is the best thing to use. So I have a couple of notes here. I do want to read them to you. Use the lunging strike when you're not bossing. When you're bossing or need extra damage to kill elites, switch out lunging strike or Wrath of the Berserker. Of course, I showed you down at the bottom. You can mix and match the resistances that I have on here, but just make sure you have all 5 covered. And as I stated at the beginning, this build will get you farming tormented bosses. You can kill them really easy. Pits and hordes, solo or in a group. I've actually done all this, even at level 85. And of course, my watch the YouTube. So I don't have, like I said, I don't have a Paragon tree set up because this is my leveling build. We're going to be adding more to this later. And you'll click this. The variants will be right here. We'll get that done soon. Here's the gear and skills. This is the meat and bones of everything. Okay, here's our skills as we have it set up on screen. I was saying about the resistances. I have amulet, ring, and ring. So that way we could have these resistances: shadow, poison, cold resistance. We have the resistance over here for fire on the chest, and also on the boots we have the lightning resistance. That's covering all 5 of the different resistances. That will get us to 70 on all of them, by the way. And if we're not 70, we're at 60 or 65%. That's good enough for now. And as you upgrade these, if you want to keep this build going into the higher tiers of monsters and stuff, higher levels, this whole thing will actually work fine. So this is the non-uniques, by the way. So aspect to might, this is where the damage reduction comes in when you hit them with the basic skill. That's what I was talking about, this lunging strike. Put this lunging strike on if you need damage reduction. There you go. Juggernauts, because our armor is going to lack. We need juggernauts to be on this. Aspect of the elements. Oh, by the way, don't worry about this stuff. We're going to go over all these things that I picked here. Juggernauts, that's your armor. Aspect of elements on your gloves. Well, you could kind of move. Well, some of these I'm going to recommend not to move. I'll show you why in a minute. So aspects of the elements right here. We have oh yeah, that's right. Aspect of the elements. Aspect of the Iron Warrior. Remember, Iron Skin grants unstoppable. Ghostwalker aspect, since we're unstoppable for 4 seconds after you gain increased movement speed and unhindered. You get to run through everything. You see what I'm saying? You see how this is working together? Conceited aspect. Now we specifically put the conceited aspect on our two-handed bludgeoning weapon because it's going to equal 50% increased damage while you have a barrier. Guess what? The Iron Skin's going to have our barrier that we actually need. Notice the cooldown is 14. Missing life is 5 seconds, or it will last for 5 seconds, but you'll get this cooldown. You could get this cooldown to about 6 or 7 or 7 or 8 like I had it. I could even went more. I just didn't do it yet. I was able to actually get it almost to 5 to 6 seconds. So do that. You'll have this barrier, which will keep conceited up most all the time. You'll be always doing 50x damage there. So that's, like I said, put that on the two-handed. Let's go over to the other two-handed weapon too. Aspect of the Fierce Winds. Want to put that on your two-handed weapon because the Dust Devil size will multiply. Notice it says 30% Dust Devil size. When you do it in game, that will actually be bigger. So make sure you get that Fierce Winds on that slashing weapon. Of course, the Devilish aspect. So that's going to create 2 Dust Devils. This is going to create more Dust Devils. And then your Whirlwind is going to create these Dust Devils. We definitely need the Dust Devils aspect, etc., etc. We put Edge Masters on the amulet, so that way it would be bigger as well. So notice it says 20% increased damage, so that will be much higher. We put the Bold Chieftain aspect just like we did last season for our shouting skills to cool down. So that's more cooldowns on these shouts, which is going to create more Dust Devils, by the way. And then we also have our shouts. Every single shout. This is huge. This aspect of vocalized empowerment. This, every time we shout, we're going to generate more resource. We're going to generate fury when this happens. So that's where the vocalized empowerment comes on. All right, now the dirty of everything. So I'm going to make this screen a little bit smaller. So if you do need to pause and look at some of them, there you go. That's actually the full set. You could pause, zoom in. So right here, our helm. Notice I'm putting thorns on a lot of this. The reason why I'm putting thorns is so that way we could go ahead, look, thorns, 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 right? I'm doing all that so that way when they hit us, they get hurt. Iron Skin cooldown. Notice there's a 10%, a 10%, and another 10% right here. I think I have it one more place, or do I not? I don't. Okay, that's fine. Remember that these will increase when you do the tempering, but you're not going to temper as you level up. So that's already a 30%. 30% of 14, that takes 3 seconds off. 3, 4, that takes 4 seconds off already. So now you're down at almost 8, or I'm sorry, you're down at 9 something. But then also you have other things that are going to make that the cooldowns go down in this build. Also, movement speed on the boots. That's cool. Iron Skin cooldown, thorns, Iron Skin, thorns, Iron Skin, thorns. On the gloves, we did put some vulnerable damage on there just so we could do a little bit more damage. Remember, crit strike, crit damage is the thing. Strength, maximum life. We're putting a lot of life on all this stuff. It's imperative to actually have fury per second, so that way you don't ever run out, because you could switch one of the aspects out with anger management if you want to, and you could have you'll have the fury per second. So I have the fury per second. The reason why I have that, because I just always want to have fury. I have fury on kill on different things, such as the bludgeoning weapon, and also I think I have it one more place. Let's see here. This is on the bludgeoning weapon. No, I don't. I took it off. Okay. I thought I had it one more place. Oh, I had it have it on the slashing weapon, as you saw, you know, when I showed you. But yeah, I took that off and traded it out for maximum life. So maximum life, strength, critical strike damage, critical strike chance. This is simple and easy to do. Key things: war cry cooldowns on the ring, amulet, war cry cooldown. So all your jewelry, you roll the war cry cooldown. On your weapons, try to get crit strike damage on all of them. And then another key thing to do is on your two-hander bludgeoning, chance for Dust Devils to cast twice, so that will be doubled. Also on the slashing weapon, Dust Devils size, so that will be doubled. And then on your dual wield weapons, you're going to go with Dust Devil damage, because we're trying to increase our Dust Devil damage on those two weapons. And that is it. So in case you can't read that, I'm going to zoom in more. That way you can just see it. So there's that. Those two, and then the final two right there. Link will be in this description. And other than that, happy killing, guys. That is our leveling build. And we're going to have more Dust Devils. We'll be live. Watch the live thing. Anyways, I'm sorry. Like and subscribe. Do all that stuff. All the free stuff. Take care, guys. We'll see you at the live stream.